Lowe's lowest prices of the holiday season. Score our best prices on thousands of items. Sale ends Sunday.
Shut up. That's not what I wanted. All right, well, yeah. Not what I wanted. I'm live. I'm live and kicking. Good. Okie dokie. I guess you guys can see it all right. Good. Okay. Welcome. My name is Anthony Gray. This is Grayscale Painting. I'm going to do just a painting. Probably one giant mountain and a whole bunch of clouds. Just going to kick it. And hey, Rosemary, I'm just going to talk and paint. And yeah, that's about it. Let's look to our lower right. Let's see what we have down there. We got cad red. We got cobalt blue. We've got that sea green there. I forgot what they call it. Raw umber, titanium white. Let me look back. I don't know why I keep forgetting this name. Yeah, that's right. Turquoise. Half blue, half green. Or half green, half blue, depending on how you want to see it. All right. What did I do to this? This is a watercolor paper, 140-pound weight. It is glued to the back of the cardboard pad that this was actually purchased with. So yesterday I did a abstract floral with the front page, with the paper glued to the front page. This is the back page. So this is it. This is the last I got of the paper. Okay. All right. I'll be getting some more later on in the day. I've put some Waverly chalk. It's a cream color. It's not really white, but I put it on there just as a coating for this. It's dry and all of that. So we'll be ready to go. It has like a waxy kind of feel to it. Okay. That's because of the glycerin that's in the paint, not because I put glycerin on this. All right. I will put some glycerin on this to get the cloud effects going and all of that fun stuff. We're going to dive right on into it right now. So I'll take my almost 2-inch brush to do this. And we're just going to have a little fun, paint a little whatever, scenery. Now, once again, this has got like a waxy kind of film to it, so the glycerin will pretty much sit on top of this stuff. You got to kind of rub it in a little bit there. All right. And it's fine. Once you know what you have, you know how to work with it. Of course, you don't see it because glycerin is clear, but it is on there. All right. And like I say, we'll do what we will with it. Okay, let's start off with some of this girly turquoise color. And we'll just, like I say, we'll slap in some clouds and stuff. And I'm just going to whip it in here all willy-nilly, something like that. We'll take the cobalt blue and we'll come around in here. We'll kind of mix it in. I'll probably go on the other side with it. Who knows? And just once again, all willy-nilly, just let it do whatever. Let's get it a little darker here in the corner. I'll rub all of this out and everything. Let's brighten up the other corner now. Like that. Have it trail through. A mixture of both colors. Something like that. I'm going to get a touch of titanium white. We'll come right here from the bottom. We'll brighten it up. I'll take another brush and we'll soften up things a bit. Like that. And then we'll play around with some clouds and such. It's fun doing skies this way, you're kind of free to kind of mess around with it. Take one of these little hairbrush deals here, and wide little circles. And it's just to get rid of the streaks and stroke marks. Try not to press too hard. Okay. Be pretty gentle with it because the paint does move around a bit. And I want to have it a little smooth. So I'll just keep messing with it here. I see I could have some more darker blue in there, and I'm going to put some more blue in that corner. Like that. I just want to deepen that color a bit. And just move it around. I'll throw it around in there. I just want another gradation of color, basically. And I'll smooth this out. Just like that. You got to know what your paint can and can't do. A lot of it is based on hand pressure. Okay. All right. That's cool. That's fine. Once again, it's just background stuff. I'm going to add clouds in here anyway. Now, I could use the Hake brush, which has really soft bristles, and I can blend it in and whatnot, but that won't be necessary. What I have here is cool. That'll work. Now, if I want, and I probably will do it, if I want the top part to recede a little bit, I add a little touch of brown. Oh, Lord. You have a son that went back to the child stage. That might be his way of saying, I'm happy to be here. At least let's hope that. A little bit of brown in here. It's going to turn it kind of gray. I just want it up here on the top a little bit, let it float around. His son's irritating. That's his way of saying, I'm glad to be here. Trust me. Us men do some silly things to emphasize joy. So he reverted back to being 3. I used to do that with my mom too. Just to be irritating. Just to see the scowl on the face. It somehow, in a perverse way, brings us joy. Why? Don't ask. I don't know. It's just what we do. Now, as you see, I wiped off some of that paint up there, but it doesn't matter. It's okay. It'll be covered with some clouds. But I just wanted a little deeper up here. And as you see, the brown mixes in with the cobalt, mixes in with the blue. Okay. Changes the mood a little bit. Madonna, hello. Oh, Lord, we're live together. So that must mean that we started exactly the same time. I usually check and see if anybody's doing anything. And I didn't see really nobody on for a while. So I decided to pop on. I'm not going to be on very long because I got to go shopping and whatnot. It's going on 1 o'clock. I was up hours earlier, but I had stuff to do. Had to buy the mutt some food and all that other stuff. So, you know, where's my other brush? I got to soak that. I just had it. Oh, there you are. Let's soak this guy. When you're dealing with a brush this, oh, I appreciate my painting, Sonia. Thank you very much. I got to hunt for it. It looks like an 8x10 or 8.5 by 11. So I should be able to find a little frame for it. And I shall hang it up. but I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Let's put this right here for right now. Let's take a fan brush. I'm actually reading you guys' chat. I'm on Restream, so I can't put all my fancy effects on Restream. They've they've changed it over a while. I'm just searching for a certain fan brush. I really don't want one too big. This is too rough. Looks like I'm gonna have to hunt for another packet of fan brushes. This is actually too large, but I'll deal with it. Okay, we'll just dip my brush into a little white, just like that. And right here where it separates, I'll just kind of pop it in like this. We'll do a first one like that. As you can see, it's taking on the color of whatever I put down before it. I can stir it around. Well, I can stir it around with the brush if I desire to, but I want to mess with the this guy. I'll just take it and we'll kind of float it around, stir it around a little bit like this. You'll get used to doing this stuff the more you do it. Okay. You'll get accustomed to it. I might do this repeatedly for a while. I want layers and layers of clouds. So stuff today. You see how it looks? Okay, all those tones and all that going up. Now I could have cleaned the brush off. I don't want to, but I could have. And we'll get some brighter stuff happening right in here. And come down a little bit. Like that. So just different clouds going on there. And once again, I'll kind of stir like this. I'll keep it brighter. I'll destroy the outside edge, let it float around. I'll keep this stuff going on in the inside. Okay. Down below, it doesn't matter because it will be mostly covered up by mountain. Just like that. The more you blend, the more it gets the color that preceded it. Okay. So I want that brightness there. That I want. Okay. So I'm not going to get rid of all of that. Let's do one more. Yeah, I did not know that you were on. And if you were on, I wouldn't do it because we have some of the same people that watch us. So if you were on first, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't have done it. But as I was looking to see if anybody was on. I will do something like that. I might want to maybe we'll brighten it up top here. Just like that. And I'll just something like that up there. And I want it brighter, so I'll destroy a little bit of the bottom. Like that. And right here, very light, just to get it to move around and then get rid of the rest. Now, pretty much leave it just like that. Once again, I'll clean off the brush. You have to clean off these makeup brushes fairly well. Quickly, if you know you're not going to use it after that, clean it off. I got a big towel on my lap. I just dry it off and just set it somewhere. Okay. Let's clean off the fan brush. This painting will be relatively simple. It won't be too involved. Like I said, I gotta take off again, so hope my buddy Bruce is doing well. I'll use a 3/4 inch flat brush here, and we'll pop in a mountain real quick. We'll get some mountain color going. Let's use some of the cobalt blue. We'll put it right around in here. Get a little touch of red, and we'll mix it together here. it'll turn a deep maroon. All right. The blue isn't the most poignant blue. It's not really super dark. I guess I can keep it at the brown. It's all right. Okay, I got a bunch of it pasted on this brush, but it's all right. All right, we'll do it from around here. I'm really just interested in the outside shape here, and we'll have it go right across the page. So we'll have a nice a little darker than that. There, like that. Much like that. That's all I'm caring about is this outside edge here. Okay, that's all I'm concerned about. Then we'll bring it down. It doesn't have to be that dark. I just want it to be with that base color. It can be on pretty thin. I'm not really concerned about any direction as of yet. I just want to bring the paint downward for right now. Like I say, it won't be the most complex painting. Relatively simple. It's more, I don't know, practice or whatnot. And I'll just take it out, fade it out here. You can fade it out in the direction you want it to go in, up to you. Or you can just block it in like I'm doing. And basically, I'm just blocking it all in. No big deal, nothing special. I'm going to take a part of this and just keep going down like that. Just one part. Just have it go down like so. Just like that. There's a method to my madness to why I'm doing what I'm doing. Because once again, there's not going to be too much involved in the painting. But there, like that. Now remember, I did put glycerin all over the whole page here, the whole paper. Okay. I'll put this brush back. This, what I just used is my, I can't tell if you fell or not. If you did fall, I'm not going to get you. I'll wait till later. I did put glycerin on the whole thing. And I'm just going to fade some of this out a little bit down here. Okay. I'm not really concerned about any residual crap. It's just the mountain itself. I want to just blend out the bottom here for a second or two. Even down here, I'll blend it out. Just the edge. Circular motion, just blend that out. I'm going to wipe off my brush. Just kind of blend all of that out. There's a reason for this. And you got to kind of think through your painting to what you want to do. So I already have it in my mind what's going on here. Okie dokie. I don't know which brush fell. Like I say, I'm not going to get it. All right. We can zoom this in since we're talking about the mountain. That should be good right there. Let's hit the focus real quick. I'll focus it on the corner where there's a little bit of white. Yeah, that comes right in. Alrighty then. Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, we have glycerin all over this. The paint tends to slide on top of the glycerin, all right? I'll get some modeling paste And if you don't know what it is, just golden modeling paste. It looks like that. All right. I've had this for quite a while, as you can see. I'm going to, now the modeling paste is quote unquote white, but once it dries here. It dries clear. Okay. I don't need too much. I'll just take a little bit like that. I'll put it right in here. It's not going to change the color of this. It just makes it thicker. Okay. That's all it does. I'll get a little bit of white in there to brighten it up a bit. Now it's going to change color, obviously, when I put the white in it. Okay. It has a chalky residue to it also. You guys should be able to see it. I'll just thin it out this way. I'll just press it, thin it out. Now, when you thin it out like that, you got this modeling paste. It does have a tendency to dry a little faster once the air gets a hold to it. It's still water-based. Okay. Okay. All right, we'll get a nice thin swipe of it here. All right. Yeah, modeling paste can be mixed with paint, sure. Acrylic paint, yeah, of course. Yes, it can. Here, let's start right here because there's a reason why I put this batch of color down here. Watch this. I'll come here on this side, right? Just like this. And I'll kind of bring it down. Like I said, this the modeling paste is a little thick. It gives you a little texture. Obviously, this is not the final result to it, but I want to get some stuff happening here, just like that. Scoop it outward. We'll add more joys to this as we go on. But this is kind of the reason why I wanted it to jut out a bit, because I wanted another mountain peak in front of the other mountain range. But as you can see, it sits on top of the glycerin. All right. And we'll keep it like that for right now. Let's go with this stuff. We'll thin it out, come across, and we'll start adding texture to the range in the back. And what's going on with it is I'm adding all of this to it so I can put other colors on top of that. This is going to be our lighter side of the mountain. I'm picking and choosing where to go here. And I'm just bringing this stuff out. Take this, thin it out. I prefer a thin roll of paint. I'll show you here. A thin roll of paint. You should be able to see it when I turn the brush. It's a thin roll of paint there. Okay. And then I just pick and choose where I want to put this stuff. And pretty much going towards that direction. But I need the paint to break, like you're seeing it break now. And once it starts to dry, you put other, I'll kind of go up like that with it. Once it starts to dry, it gives you texture for the other layers of paint. I'll have that one kind of go up, right on this edge. I'll come up here it does, when you swipe and nothing comes off, it does come off the brush rather quickly. Let's do it this way. Come down like that. We're going to be doing the darker side soon. Okay. All right. Let's take some of the same color because it has some of the modeling paste in it. We go a little darker blue. Mix it in there. So we can get the darker half. I like that. Might not be enough, but I do like what I see. It might not be enough of this. I might have to mix some more. Okay. We'll go with the darker half. We'll start over here somewhere. I got to look at where I'm at. Just go a little bit inside of the lighter area. I'm not going to destroy all of the foundational color. Yeah, I definitely need more paint, but it's all right. We'll work it out. What did I use? I used blue. I used red. Touch of white. It's the darker color anyway, so it's all good. A little more blue. It's a little heavier on the blue side. I'll come back up here and thin it out, like so. Let's see if that'll work. I think it's a little, well, it might work still. I'm gonna find out. It's okay, it'll work. It will do. It will do. And come on around here. And you want the paint to skip. Just do this part. This part's important. Come on around here. This is the mountain that is in front of the other mountain. Put it right down there. When I highlight the other half, you'll definitely see the difference. And right now it's so close in color, which is also cool. That's fine. You can do that. A little mysterious. Come on down here. Get some more. Work it here. I don't want to, once again, whoops. Let's cover that. Let's get rid of that. I don't want to cover up the entire base coat. And you don't have to. You won't need to. Once again, this glistens very slick. I think I ran out again. That's all right if I did. It's okay. Up around here a little bit. Just take a little bit of white. We're going to put a little slight touch of blue in that white. Don't want it totally white. Thin it out. Let's get a little more white in there. It's very directional now with your highlights. Okay. Little thin roll across. Very thin. We'll go from this side. I'll take it. The highlights are going to be over from this side anyway. It is a very gentle touch. I'll come here like that. You see what's happening already? It doesn't take very long to do this. Angle it here. If it's too thick, borrow some. Like that. Just come on to the other side. Like that. We're going to get a nice little U-shaped thing going. Just like this. Just pat it across. I like that little cliff wedge here. We'll kind of bring it out there. Touch of white. The slightest little touch of blue in there. I don't totally mix it. Marble it. Get it very thin like this, go across. Very thin, very, very thin. It breaks apart easily. And you can come by, I want some more light to touch this part here. You can have your knife go to an angle. All right. Right here, we can just take it and go on the letter U. Have it go up, have the rest slide downward like that. And you see the way it looks, and at the angle, it almost looks like the Andes or something. I do like it when the paint breaks apart like so. Come down here like this. You can guide your paint to whatever amount of snow you want. If you want a little bit more snow on the base, then you put it on there. Very gentle. I'm not forcing this. This is what you call incidentals, meaning you can guide it. What happens afterward is really entirely up to the brush. Okay. I want more of a stronger ridge here. Then go in that direction. Go downward. Like so. You just keep at it. A little more white. What's left? Whatever's left of the blue. Thin it out like that. Very thin. Go across. And we'll keep on with the love right on across here. Take some off of there. Bring it on across. Like that. I'm going to have mine go further down here. Now, I have the advantage of the modeling paste still on this. Okay. All right. Just come here and we'll just kind of stagger it a little bit. Go in the letter U formation like that. However you want to do this, it's entirely up to you. Let's get something going right here, this edge, and then we'll bring it across like that. I want to put a nice little line joining this together. Bring it downward there. Just strengthen that and then bring it around. Like so. We got one more little bit to do. Does the modeling paste have the same kind of consistency? Yes, it is texture. Yes, it's texture paste. You can do impasto and all that. Yeah, yes, you can. And there's different strength of this stuff. You know, the light stuff heavier, get some stronger stuff going in it. Yeah, you can do that. Okay. And it dries with just about the same intensity as regular acrylic paint. It's just paste. It's just thicker. They're water soluble. Okay. So, you know, it washes right off, but now you can see how it looks. All right. And this is what the modeling paste does, especially if you have your surface coated with glycerin. Even though it's a thin amount of glycerin, still the paint will lay on top and it just slides. All right. Once again, if you know what you can and cannot do with the glycerin, you'll be more successful at manipulating and using it for your paint. All right. Hey, William. Welcome to our merry little club. Ooh, green rumor. Where? Larry. Hey, Larry. Good to see you, Larry. Keep letting me know because you're brand new to me, so I don't know who you are name-wise yet. Just keep let me know. It is very common for me to mistake people. I don't mean to do that. Take a little bit of white. And we're going to come just below the mountain with my little bit of white. I'm going on the side here. Just below the mountain here. Remember, I got glycerin on here, so I can just take it and go just below. Just below the mountain here. Okay. just below. I'm going to lighten my little touch as I go up into the mountain with the same brush, very light. We'll put a little bit up in there. Don't try to really be forceful with it. Be a little kind and go up into the mountain with the mist, so you can see a little bit of the mountain as you do it. Okay, I'm gonna do our little X stroke thing. And what does it? It fades a little bit of the mountain out too. All right. So it's really up to you how much of the mountain you want seen once you do stuff like that. I'm gonna wipe a little stronger down in here, make some of that disappear down below. I still got a little bit of white on the brush. Okay. I'm gonna go back to my fan brush now. I'm gonna put multiple layers of fun in here. I gotta use this brush. Let's take a little bit of what I barely have, just a little bit of blue, put it into the white. All right, we'll take Mr. Fan Brush and we'll just come in here like this. I'll just press. It's all right. And I'll use the fan brush. I'll just hold the fan brush back a little bit. I'll just take it. Now, the fan brush used to be called a blending brush. And I'm going to show you the example of why it used to be called a blending brush. Because you can really stylize and do your cloud work. Go up into the mountain with it, just like this. And keep stirring it away. I'm not worried about down here. Okay, it's up here. As you can see, I'm just taking my brush and I'm just lightly. I'm not bashing the hell out of it. It's very lightly. Just come on into your mountains. Okay, just take what's left of that blue, get a little bit of white, mix it in there pretty strong. You got the bluish white clouds. We're gonna come in here and we do the same thing way up here. Just turn it. Okay, right where you see in between the mountain color and the what's going to be represented as clouds, just come on and wisp it in there. All right. But this is how you layer your clouds. Okay, come on in here, get rid of some of that transition there. Put it in there. Put a little bit of that love all up in there. And you notice I'm using blue with the white. There's a reason for that. Because you're going to layer your clouds also. But I want to show you that you can get your clouds and all your fun stuff with this brush. You can do beautiful sunsets and beach scenes with this one brush. I don't do it a lot not because I can't do it. It's just I really don't think about it. But I should show you multiple examples of how you can use the fan brush. I'm just cleaning off the fan brush right now. No problem. I appreciate you stopping by to say hey. I appreciate it. Let's take some straight white here. Okay. Once again, go down below. Go down below here. I'll slow it down. We'll just turn it, twist like that. Just as bright as you can get it. Because you know it's going to pick up the geez, the rest of this. It's going to pick up some of that strong blue. Just like this. All right. And once again, I'll just lightly, it can be the corner of the brush. It can be the middle of the brush. Whatever makes it comfortable for you. Okay. I'm tilting because glycerin is a little reflective. So I don't want to kill the intensity, but I just want to lighten out things a bit. Down below, it's all right. Fade it right out down below here. But there's all sorts of hues and all sorts of little actiony things going on there. I'm going to get some more white. Just like that. ran out of white. No problem. I'll just get another dot of white in there. Actually, I'll probably add some light blue to it. I want to put another layer of different color of clouds down the bottom, probably to match some of that. All right, so it's just a very small amount of white, not too much. On TV, for those of you who might be old enough to remember Mr. Ross, Caucasian guy with the big fro, or the chunkier, louder, more aggressive German fellow, Bill Alexander, you know, they would have like 5 pounds of paint on their easel, or yeah, on their easel. That's because they're doing more than one painting. You really don't need that much paint. Okay, that's a lot. But you have to understand, back then, TV time, they're doing a series of paintings in 30 minutes for the season. So if they have a season of 11 episodes, you know, you got quite a few paintings to do per day or whatever. Okay, some of them, Bob used to do an entire season over a weekend. It's craziness, pure craziness. But that's what he did. Same thing. We're going to take this blue. You see what I'm doing here? Come all up in here. I'm going further down, as you can see. Right down. You guys can't see it. I'll move the painting. Because we don't need to see what's up top. We need to see more what's on bottom. Let's just adjust it like that. Okay. And once again, I'll do the same thing. I'll wisp it around. And what you see me doing is I'm really wisping the edges. Okay. I like what's going on in the middle, all those different tones and everything's flopping around and doing what it's doing very lightly. It's almost like I'm doing handwriting. Okay. Now, we of a certain age know what handwriting is. Ask children in school now what is handwriting. They don't know because they don't teach it anymore. What a lost generation. But that's another story. Okay, so we got that blue mixed up in there. All right. Thank you, William. I appreciate you stopping by. I really do. Be safe, enjoy yourself, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're going to dip right into our titanium white. We're going to do the same little swirly thing. Well, before I do that, let's take a little bit of brown. We're going to come way up here. Okay, a little brown, a little bit of blue. It turns a lot gray. Get some more brown in there. There we go. We're going to get some kind of blue-gray stuff happening just like that. It's just going to create a little bit of depth down below. And we're going to take it the same format. We're just going to twist, aim it toward the bottom here. Just like this. Aim it toward the bottom, just like so. I don't really want to aim it toward it down, put it in the top, just toward the bottom. I'm cleaning off the brush. There's a method to my madness and why I'm doing that. Okay. Once again, I'll take the corner of the brush and we'll just kind of float some of that, marry it right into that blue, just like so. I'm doing it on top on purpose. I want you to see this. I'll just take it and trail it. Okay, we're just rubbing out the top there, just like that. Bring it up there. I like what's going on in the bottom, so I won't go too crazy. I'll just flip the brush over. Press this. The reason why I can get away with this because there's still glycerin. It's still pretty wet. I don't need it to be smooth. You need some of those values showing like that. And I'll show you why in a second. And I keep it toward the bottom. Just like that. All right. I don't necessarily have to clean the brush off. Just get some straight titanium white. And we'll come here. And we'll just kind of play around like this. Go into where that brownish color is. Get some more titanium white. Let's put it, come around here, come off the page, come down here a little bit. Make sure you skip, keep some of that blue in there. All right. As you can see already, without really blending anything, it looks like just a big chunk mass of clouds happening. But we're getting all those tones in there. Okay. All right. Now I already showed you the blending with the fan brush. I'll take a makeup brush that got more of a peak to it there. Okay. And we'll just fade. I don't want to over blend. We'll come here. See this? Now we have really, well, you don't see the whole thing yet, but you will. Now we have extremely large mountains surrounded by clouds. And you really don't know where the clouds. There we go. Let's bring it up a little bit. Where things start and stop. All right. Put the focus on it. There we go. Okay. Let me clean this off real quick. I'm going to take. Oh, my buddy Mike Trapp will be on in a half hour. Buddy out of Oregon. He is, yeah, he's usually on at 2 o'clock on the weekends. So, yeah, it's about 30 minutes. And if you guys would like, please go visit him and tell him I sent you. I'll be checking him out in a minute or two. Let's see if I can get away with this. I used to be able to do this. Let's see what happens. Give me a second here. I usually would see it. Let me just type his name in there. It says one of my streams is having connection issues. Why am I not surprised? Let's see if I can do this. That's not what I wanted. You're going to be difficult. Come here. No, it won't let me do it. Each phone is funny. No, it won't let me do it. My iPhone could do it easily. I'm not able to send a link with this phone. I thought I would be able to. My iPhone's in the other room. There's nothing I can do about that. Okay. I wanted to send you a link to Mike Trapp's. I probably can do it. I'm just going to have to get out of here. It's really sad that I have to do it this way. You guys can still see me. I just have to literally go to his page, get his link that way. It's really sad. Share, copy a link, then come back to me. Get me started. Incredible. Okay, this is Michael Trapp right there. And so he's on in about 26 minutes. And, we should go there and say, hey. Okay, I already did it, Madonna, but thank you. And he's really cool. He'll definitely keep you up. That's for sure. Got this loud, booming voice. But he's very humorous. He's a nice guy, really nice guy. We'll take a little bit of brown. I'll put it into this mix of blue, whitish. I just want to bring out the dark side of the mountain a little more. So I'll use this off blue, brown. And I'm going to come back up here. Because I just want to, there we go. Just bring a little more life to the opposite side of the mountain there. Just like that. Now, I like that a lot better. We'll scoop him upward. Bring him a little bit of that love into the blue side there. Now, this I like. It's a good contrast. Just like that. Once again, it brightens up the shaded side. Now that's an oxymoron. Brightening up the shaded side. Think about it. But it's actually true. And the modeling paste is dry, so we can get away with it. Once again, I just wanted to bring some of this out a little more than what it has been doing. Because I didn't want it to be excessively too dark. That wasn't really the plan, Stan. I'm pressing down a little bit on the brown because once again, the purple side is pretty much, it's a done deal. It's dry. I'm just getting a little bit more, putting a little bit of the turquoise in that brown and white. Okay, it gives it this weird gray thing happening there. And I don't have to add really too much more to it. I think that will be okay. I'll dance a few bits in here. Maybe come out there a little bit more. All right. I like that. Let's take some over here, go to angle, bring some of that over there. Really picky stuff now I'm doing. Just little picky things. Come up in here like that. All right. I'll leave it be. Okay. Very simple painting. Very simple. Not much really happening or going on with it. Very straightforward type of painting. Yeah, Madonna. It's different with iPhone, between the iPhone and Android, how to put the links up there. It's easier with the iPhone, really. Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think what else. Not really nothing much else, really, because once again, this was just me running my mouth, talking to you guys, and saying, hey, I'll use the brown here. I'll put my initial on it. It's just me playing around. And like I said, I got to get more equipment anyway, not really more paint, but definitely more paper. I use this paper because I do so many tutorials, and these canvases or whatever, they build up real quick after a while. So it's just cost effective for me to buy the watercolor paper, and the watercolor paper can take acrylic, can take being scraped and beat upon. You can use watercolor paper, the thicker the better, but you can use it for oil paint also. All right, and I tend to, like I say, I glue mine. So, if I get a 30-page book, I get 15 sheets because I do glue them. Okay. All right. I believe that's it. We can we can get rid of this and get rid of that down there. We'll get rid of that and show you what it looks like because it's all scrunched in. Okay. Not a very long stream. I didn't mean for it to be. There we go. Okay. We can pull back a little bit more. In case you're wondering what it would look like in a frame, I can do the frame thing. Actually, I'm going to have to pull back a little further for the frame. Like maybe that much. Especially for this brown frame, it takes up quite a bit of TV space there. But it will look like that. Okay. Now I can probably zoom in better now that I got the frame there. I think that should be good enough. You guys should see that perfectly fine. So that's what it would look like in the brown frame. Okay. Kind of your typical average, see something like that in a doctor's office type of photo. Something like so. All right. But that's a brown frame. The black frame, you'll look somewhat like this. All right, in the black frame. Okay. So it's whatever you prefer. I should find a thicker black frame. But it would look like that. All right. I'm sorry for coughing like that. I don't have a cold. I have postnasal drip. It's one of the blessings my mother bestowed upon me. So when I talk a lot, or if I raise my voice and talk a lot, this is what happens. It's really, really aggravating. It happens if I'm teaching the class too. It's a big pain in the ass. And it irritates me. And a person that has a profession where he uses his voice and then he coughs. Not very good. Not a good look. So we'll take this stuff off here. I think the glue I used, no, it's still on there. I used the spray-on glue, I believe, for this. So I'm going to have to tack it back with regular glue. The spray-on glue, the spray adhesive I used wasn't really a good quality. I'll buy the Gorilla Glue brand. That will stick. Messy, but it will stick. Be careful with glycerin. You have to wait a little bit before it dries. Okay. There's tape on the back of this. It should stay up. No, it didn't. So I'm glad I had that lip there. What happens when that happens is that when I clean this board, when I clean the surface, I use rubbing alcohol. I have to wait for it to totally dry because this is varnished. You can see by the shine, I varnish it after I clean it. And every once in a great while, I have to buy a can of spray paint and spray paint this board black all over again because a lot of this doesn't come off. It's getting toward that time where I do have to spray it again. I'll clean it the best I can, let it dry. Then I just take it outside and spray it. Let it dry. Then I have to varnish it all over again. And then let that settle and dry. So it's a process to clean this and to make it fresh all over again. But I had this for a number of years. So anyway, there you go. And you guys know the deal. I won't even name it. It's just something for me to do. But from your vantage point, I mean, I guess you guys can see a little bit of the brown or whatever. But as it dries, it gets darker. But it's okay. It works. All right, and it does just what I wanted to do. It's just a mountain surrounded by clouds. All right, the clouds are further away, obviously, back here. these guys are a little up front in your face, a little closer, and you can see. Hopefully, in the photograph, you can see all the different hues and what's going on with it here up front. All right. Okay. I think that will be the end of that. Thank you guys very much. Very short stream. Because like I said, I gotta go and got some things to do and all of that. I don't know if Doris is on later. I believe Sonia might be on it at 7. I don't remember. Hey, Linda. No problem. Hey, Linda, which one did I send you? I forgot that quickly. No problem, Madonna. Oh, yeah. It falls just a proof point. But like I say, it's time for it to be redone. I actually have a painting in the back of this that I did years ago when I decided to use it as when I built this. This is actually a Bob Ross stand easel, and so when I decided to use this Avery board for my paintings, I used glow in the dark paint and everything, and I painted a little scenery in the back of this thing. So pretty neat. Like I say, my buddy, he'll be on in what, 10 minutes now? You know, a little less than 15 minutes. So I'll be saying hey to him. I forgot what painting I sent you that quick, Linda. Sad, I know. But all right, I'm gonna get myself prepared and ready to go see what he's gonna do today. Excuse me, and I will see you guys when I see you. If nobody's on later on in the day, depending on what time I get back, either I'll do another one, or I'll do another one later on in the evening. Be one of those late night things. Okay, well, who knows what I'll do? We'll see. But all right, guys, take care. I'll see you when I see you. Oh, if Sonia's still there, Sonia, great auction. Great auction. I enjoyed it. And yes, I did get my painting from Sonia. It's over on my table. I got to look for a frame for it. And it'll be up on my wall. Okay, guys, I shall see you when I see you.